Let me just say this. I think Andrew Schulz, I understand everything he said. I understand where he was coming from. I think that people are just mad that it came from that face. I think if it was a brown, more melanated face, people would be inclined to agree.
But a brown, more melanated face wouldn't say that.
I mean, Charlamagne said he would suck dick if he lost a bet. So it's kind of the same.
I mean, bro, it depends on what part of it you're talking about. If you're talking about Andrew Schulz saying he will make love to Kendrick Lamar, yeah, you're probably not going to hear that from a brown, melanated face within the culture. You know what I'm saying? Unless that person just go that way. You feel what I'm saying? But in terms of Andrew Schulz speaking on, you know, Kendrick doing songs with certain people and, you know, Kendrick not always protecting black women, bro, you don't even know what's really going on. Like, who gave you the authority to speak on this thing of ours?
I don't see how those two things correlate.
Well, Schulz said he would make love to a man. He was more gentle about it. He's like, I can make love to you if I wanted to.
Okay, but are you on the side of only I'm allowed to talk about the problems in my house? Outsiders are not.
No.
Okay.
Because the problems in your house can affect me too. Like if I'm a teacher.
Do you think Schulz was affected?
No, I'm just saying if the problems in your house can affect me as well. That's the thing that I think, because you go out into the real world, right? So now if you're having problems, having a bad day and we work together and you come into the workspace with that energy, that directly affects me because of
certainly
what's going
happened.
on. Exactly.
I see what Maul is trying to say about how the problems can affect you, but I don't think it affects Andrew Schulz in any way whatsoever. I think he was just trying to clap back at Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? And he just did a poor job at doing so.
I do understand somewhat of the outrage of people that are looking at this like, all right, Kendrick said something about you. Why are you making this a hip hop thing? If you just want to talk to Kendrick Lamar, talk to Kendrick Lamar.
That's what I said.
Why are you now trying to devalue hip hop, even if there is some truth in what he's saying? I don't think we needed Schulz to tell us that hip hop has had a misogynistic history.
What?
Check my last video on Andrew Schulz. That's exactly what I said. We don't need you to tell us this. Number one. And then number two, bro, Kendrick is talking to you directly. You made a generalization about the whole thing. Kendrick not representing all those other dudes. He's only representing himself.
Why can't it be about Kendrick? Like I laughed when he said, I'll fuck you in a jail cell. I thought it was funny. I'll make love to you. I thought it was hilarious. But I see why people are upset. What the fuck does Schulz have to say about hip hop when you're talking to Kendrick Lamar? Kendrick Lamar is not the face of hip hop, but he's not all hip. He's not all hip hop. What does that have to do with what we're talking about?
No, I think he spoke about things directly associated with Kendrick.
He made generalizations.
What people are more upset about is not him saying, well, I guess some people are upset that he said he'd fuck Kendrick Lamar, but the overall outrage I've seen is who is Schulz to criticize hip hop, and what does that even have to do with you and Kendrick Lamar? What?
That's always a slippery, because on one hand, Schulz has obviously supported hip hop.
How has he supported
Wait, hold on. I don't want to make this like I'm going against Schulz, but I have to.
Wait, he supported hip hop? This is new to me. I had no idea.
Since fucking when has Andrew Schulz given back to hip hop?
Well, you say giving back. Do you think that Andrew Schulz has ever purchased tickets to hip hop shows? Do you think he's ever purchased hip hop music? Do you?
I actually don't think.
All right, man. Y'all, all right, dog.
Y'all
don't think Andrew Schulz has ever been to a hip hop concert ever in his life?
Cool.
If you're saying has Andrew Schulz ever supported hip hop in any capacity, sure. I thought Maul was talking about on like a deeper level, like he's actually an avid fan of this thing, and he actually is helping push the culture forward and giving people an opportunity. Has he streamed a song? Of course he has. Okay, let's move on.
Nobody in here thinks Andrew Schulz has ever been to a hip hop concert.
I don't think.
Yeah, of course.
No, he's been to 15 50 Cent shows last year. I don't think he paid for the ticket.
I'm not saying. I said supported hip hop.
Okay, supported is paying.
Andrew
I don't
Schulz
think that he's spending money on
Andrew Schulz
hip-hop.
has a huge platform. Has he not supported artists in hip hop? Has he not spoken positively about artists in hip hop?
Oh yeah, probably.
All right, then. So why are we so now that he's speaking?
That's the line.
No, I'm not saying
everybody has done that. Hip hop is like the most popular genre in the world. Hip hop is looked at as pop right now. Everybody, no matter what race, no matter what creed, no matter what age, they have supported hip hop in some way. Does that mean that they are really of this thing of ours and they really understand our plight and they really should have a voice within our culture? No.
Responded to somebody sending what he felt like was a direct shot at him on a record. This did not come out of the blue thin air. He's responding to a shot that somebody sent at him. And that's the problem with people. When you send a shot at somebody, you can't dictate then how they respond to that shot. So that's all I'm saying. I understand why people are mad at Andrew.
And in the culture, they have a right to respond to your shot any kind of way. So Kendrick sends the first shot, Andrew Schulz responds, and in the culture, we ain't like it. So now we at your head top. What's up?
That face talking about this culture, I get it. But he only responded because he was sent for.
I agree.
So let's keep that.
Bro, he didn't even say his name directly, though. Like, he made this for all comedians. He said, don't let no white comedian talk about a black woman, that's law. He didn't say Andrew Schulz. That go for everybody. You just took it personally because you know that that's what you do. You inherited that. And if the shoe fits, wear it. And that's exactly what Andrew Schulz did.
In perspective as well.
Was he not rightfully sent for, though?
Whether he was rightfully sent for or not, he was sent for. So he's responding to somebody sending a shot at him.
And I'm telling you, I have no real issue with him making the jokes back to Kendrick. I actually thought it was a hilarious rant. The second part that I'm saying, and what I think most people are outraged about, is who the fuck are you to put hip hop on trial? Who the fuck am I to put hip hop on trial? Like, what do you like? Yes, we all know hip hop has a misogynistic past, but who the fuck are you?
I think
like it has nothing to do with your back and forth with Kendrick Lamar.
I don't think it was more so about him putting hip hop on trial. I think he was directly putting the mirror up to Kendrick saying, look at the hypocrisy that you are speaking of.
And I'm
like, I can't make jokes about black women, but here's so the culture that you're a part of can disrespect, tear down, talk about, degrade, all kind of shit, and you're not speaking to none of that, but you're speaking to a joke that I made?
I think there's so many complexities and nuances and layers that just go into this conversation, talking about why this is a part of hip-hop culture and why this is deeply rooted into black culture. But Andrew Schulz making jokes, there's no like deep layers to that. He's just doing it because he's trying to be funny. He's doing it because he's trying to get a rise out of people. There's nothing deep about that. If you want to have a deeper conversation about hip hop as a whole, you're going to have to go back over generations. You're going to have to go back and take a look at systemic abuse and oppression that has occurred within our culture. That's a deep topic. Andrew Schulz, that doesn't apply to you. You was just trying to get a joke off, and I respect it. But at the same time, you're going to have to deal with this clapback.
It is fair to say that there has been evidence that hip hop has not supported black women, but as opposed to what? The world? Like, why is hip hop now the niche thing that we have to say is misogynistic?
Nobody's saying that.
The world is
niche.
misogynistic.
That's a fact, but nobody's saying.
What does that have to do with your back and forth with Kendrick Lamar? I know he was saying
he was responding.
A white comic can't make jokes about black women, and he's saying,
yo, it's actually crazy that Rory is going out of his way to stand up for this, and Maul is on the other side. I think Maul's points are okay, but at the same time, I don't think Andrew is in the clear here.
Yo, but hip hop doesn't. Okay, you're going back and forth with Kendrick Lamar. From what I've seen, I don't know Kendrick Lamar. I don't think he's torn down black women.
No, so I don't think so.
So what does Schulz reply in that?
You picked the wrong rapper to try to
do
use
with
that.
what we're talking
about. The wrong
about.
rapper.
Like, talk to Kendrick.
We're talking about Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick been misogynistic? Tell me that. Why are you putting hip hop on trial? And if you want to put hip hop on trial for not protecting black women, put the world on trial for not protecting black women.
Right, but again, keeping it to the perspective on what this is, he's responding.
I mean, we're
he's responding
digging deep into something.
Okay, y'all are going in circles, right? I think Rory is right here. I think you're just talking to the wrong rapper. I'm sure Kendrick has said and done things in his past that might be questionable, but for the most part, Kendrick is not the guy, right? If anybody can talk to you about respecting certain people, it's probably going to be people like Kendrick or J. Cole. So make sure y'all let me know down below in the comment sections what y'all think. Who is in the right and who is in the wrong? Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.